So for the first discussion and matchup we have, like I said, we have McHale and Bird versus Pau Gasol and Kobe. So Bird and McHale get ball first.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think it's gonna turn out?
Bird and McHale versus Powell and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bird, but Bird trying to guard Kobe is going to be tough. Tough. And Bird wasn't no slouch as a defender,
Yeah.
but now we talking about Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kobe is an elite defender.
Mm-hmm.
And Powell and Kevin McHale, I feel like they kind of balance out. They're similar players. McHale probably a little tougher. Powell probably a little more skilled. But I think they kind of balance out. But Bird and McHale, you said Bird and McHale get ball first, correct?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I think Cove and them still taking this. Cove with the big carry job, unfortunately. But I like Cove and them to beat Bird. If we're going to 11, I like it to be like 11-7, 11-6, something like that, like a decent victory.
Yeah, like I honestly, part of me feels like McHale and Gasol cancel each other out.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like when you start talking about if we're ranking power forwards, McHale's top 5,
Yeah.
Gasol's top 10, 15. So let's say McHale's, let's say he's number 4, just, off top.
Yeah.
And then Gasol's probably 8. It'll feel kind of a little weird to be like number 8 can just dominate number 4. But you can see number 4 dominating number 8.
Yeah.
So thinking that through, it's like, but I feel like they kind of cancel each other out because I think Gasol has a little bit more height and a little bit more weight. So you can kind of finesse his way down low a little bit better. So for the most part, it's canceled out with the bigs. But like you said, now we got to look at the other half of the matchup. As good as a defender Bird was, I don't think he held that island. I don't know if he handles that alone. Like I just
This Kobe game and this 09, 2010 Kobe, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's tough. That's
it
tough.
started looking really rough, man. So, but here's the thing: matchups. So let's say we go pick and roll. You got to switch. Who does the better job on who in terms of we switching? Got a mouse in the house. Who defends their big better?
Well, Bird bigger, taller than Kobe. Bird like 6'9", I think. And Kobe only what, like 6'6", 6'7", something like
Yeah,
that.
6'6", 6'7", yeah.
So yeah, Bird is taller, so he could do a little bit better. He didn't play power forward, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like I just, and I don't want to be like that guy not remembering or not respecting the older generation. You know what I mean? But is Kevin McHale just like back to the basket master to just get a bucket on Kobe if they switch? You know what I mean? Because like I said, Kobe a defender and he tough. So he's not going to just get back down and let you score.
Mm-hmm.
And, he might just go ahead and foul you and let y'all check it back on top. But he's definitely not just like getting put in the rim by Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
So I think that's not the answer, in my opinion. Like, I set the screen. If they switch, I'm gonna just dump it down to you. Like, I don't see Kevin McHale just getting a bucket like that. But like, and vice versa, I don't see Powell getting a bucket like that on Bird. But then when I look at the reverse, it's like, okay, Bird end up guarding Powell. I don't like Powell to get that bucket, but Kevin McHale is on Kobe. And now we talking about it's scary. You know what I mean? It's scary. And on the flip, Powell's guarding Bird. I like Bird to get a bucket too, but not like I like Kobe. You know what I mean? Man, kept seeing. Just think about Kobe top of the key, Kevin McHale guarding him, and Powell just gonna be in that dunker spot. Like, all right, Cole, do your thing. You know what I mean? I'm right here. If Bird help or whatever, we only get one possession, so they like can get the offensive rebound. I mean, one
Yeah.
shot. But Powell probably gonna sit in that dunk spot like, all right, Cole. I don't know what that was. All right, Cole, do your thing. You got it. You got the mismatch. You know what I mean? So I I I don't think that's the play if I'm Bird
Yeah.
and McHale, honestly.
Yeah, this one's tough, man, because it feels like it's an equal enough matchup. Because you got similar positions playing each other.
Right.
Oh man, it's tough, man. Like,
Like if Kevin McHale was just like leagues better than Powell, then I would give them that fair shake. You know what I mean? Because like you said, like just like not even really thinking about like if Kevin McHale's the fourth best power forward or fifth best power forward ever, and Powell's like eighth or ninth, it sounds like McHale should just be way better. But the gap between them is not that crazy, in all honesty.
mhm,
It's not like when we say like D Wade is the third best shooting guard, the seventh or eighth best shooting guard is like Reggie Miller. You know what I mean? So it's like Wade is like way better than Reggie Miller in all of our minds. So now we get but it's not like that for Powell and McHale. So that's why it's like, but then we talk about Kobe and Bird in space. That's tough.
yeah,
So that's the only thing about it, honestly. But this is why you guys are in this preliminary game. Y'all in the play-in.
yep.
Y'all ain't getting in the
Playing
top
tournament.
seeds.
This tough, man, because like on one half you have two of the top 5 to 8 greatest players of all time between Kobe and Bird. So it's like on one hand, some young head listening to this and like, bro, Kobe all day, Bird wasn't even that good. And an
Right.
OG listening to this is like, bro, why y'all take us along with this? It's Bird all day. Kobe good and all, but it's cute. But it's like it's Larry Legend we're talking about here.
And
And
somebody
then you
talking
get
about how
the
good Kevin McHale is too.
I just want to get there. Like somebody on the other end, it's like, bro, y'all young heads don't know about no real Kevin McHale. Like y'all just see him as a coach or dude talking on TV here and there. But he was the best power forward during the '80s, even most of the '90s before Karl Malone and Barkley came in. He was smacking their heads in too. So if somebody listening to this is just like, duh. But no offense to Powell, I don't think anybody outside of like Spain, Memphis, and LA trying to defend him like that. So and Vancouver when they was up there for a while. I think he was part of that team. But
Yeah.
I don't know what the deciding factor would be in this game. Like if it was a knockout game, it was like 7-7, 6-7. What would be the thing that we look at and be like, man, it's the reason why this team led over this team. I don't know what that factor would be. Like, because Bird is sniper, Kobe knocking you down from the outside too. I figured out what the difference is.
Mm.
Pau Gasol mid range game, plus he has a little bit more three.
Yeah. For sure.
So I think this is somewhat of a cheat because of the progression of the game and the skill set evolved to where bigs can do more of that stuff. That could be the separator. Because if Pau Gasol can step out and stretch McHale a little bit out more, when Kobe got burned on that island, that helped looking a little bit different now. So I think that could be the separator in terms of the matches and how they go. So Powell stretching McHale out more, that means more room for him to drive in and create. But then Bird ain't finna help in that easy because you got Kobe on the other side. Like it ain't just no
Absolutely.
easy dropping off and help. Like that gap look a little bit wider now. So I think that might be the separator that pushes the matchup one way to versus the other.
Yeah. Only chance I really give Bird and them. I hate to make it seem like it's just a landslide, but what would possibly give them a chance to push it over the top? Like you said, Powell can shoot better than McHale, mid range and all that good stuff. But if Bird can just get the shooting over the top of Cole and not missing,
Mm-hmm.
because Bird already got the funny jumper, you know what I mean? So it's like you're not blocking, and he's taller than Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that they really play one on one, like it's 2-on-2, but in the event that they check up and it's one on one top of the key, Cole really got to press up because it's like Bird to just shoot over the top of Kobe. Just being
Yeah.
real, you know what I mean? Like he put it on the floor, try to do moves and stuff. Kobe, like I said, an elite defender. But yeah, Bird get the check ball all the time. You ever play the black top in 2K? I don't know if you ever played 2K like that, like, but you ever go like to the little street ball part of 2K, not online, but like in the crib with your homeboys and some of your brothers or whatever, and you go to the blacktop. My guys that play 2K know. If you go to blacktop on 2K, if you play 2-on-2, 1-on-1, 3-on-3, it's half court, and they check the ball up top. And if you got a guy that's like that like a Kobe, they check the ball up top as soon as you pass it back to him. Over the top, green. Like it's just like that. Check, get the ball back, green. As soon as it get touched their hand. So I can definitely see Bird doing that. Like, all right, check.
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
all onto the side. So if Bird was just knocking them down over the top of Cole, then it's like, all right, well, that's just what happens. But
mhm.
in the realm of hypotheticals, I'm gonna take Cole for this because I feel like Cole's smart enough not to just let that happen.
Yeah. And that's another thing too I wanted to point out. Like this is gonna be a very, very, very high IQ game. Like this might be the highest IQ matchup we have. I can't remember the whole tournament. Like this might be like the highest IQ too, because you gotta think too. IQ for this isn't just I know the game, I know the game. We come together and both know the game. The
Right,
chemistry and match what they have too matters a lot. So I know your game,
right,
how it meshes with my game. We have the unspoken rules and communication that we have. So this might be the best one too in terms of just IQ. Like, mind you, we have LeBron James on this list too multiple times. So it's gonna be tough to outdo these four or the 2-on-2 match we have here in terms of IQ. So this might be the highest IQ matchup we have, which makes it so much tougher because you think, oh, this skill set this is so much better than this skill set that, but it's like, bro, he's smart enough to not let that happen. He's smart enough to know how to maneuver and go through the game to where if this was like a 3-game series, you might see a different game each time just because they're all so smart. They just know the game, know their game, and know their teammates' game, and know their opponent's game. So that's another thing I don't think everybody might not have caught to. Is like, bro, these are some very smart dudes. Like, gonna figure something out, man. So we got to
definitely.
figure out who moving on, man. So with my pick, this is tough, man. I'm gonna have to go Powell and Kobe, man. I got to.
Yeah, same. I just if McHale was like a more of a like give me the ball on the block back to the basket, I get you a bucket type of player. I can for sure see them winning off that, but I don't really see it. You know what I mean? So with him having kind of like a lack of like one-on-one ability and Powell a little bit more skill, shooting and all that good stuff, and then Kobe in space one-on-one, that's his game. I don't see them beating out. So I got to also take Shaq. I was going to say Shaq and Kobe, Powell and Kobe in this.
Yeah, for me, I think it's the fact that so Kobe 1-on-1 game is built for this. He can. So I think about this. Bird's smart enough to not try to do that 1-on-1 extra dribbling around Kobe. Like I'm
Yeah,
pump faking, jabbing, moving through. Kobe can put the ball on the floor a little bit more effortlessly than Bird can against him. But Bird's smart enough to be like, all right, you check it. Let me get to my spot first. Let me get to the elbow, catch it, jab you, pump fake, or just go to work, like shoot over you, because mouse in the house for Bird. Now on the other end, like we talked about, like McHale isn't just that much better than Powell. Like, yeah, Kev can get busy and do his thing. He can score, but what can he provide you that Powell can provide you, and vice versa.
right.
So it's. I think the score ended up being like 11-9, 11-8, and it's just because Kobe just is just like a step. Ain't a big step. It's like one notch above Bird in terms of 2-on-2 matchups. So I don't love this answer, but that's what I'm rolling with, man. And it also comes down to if Bird catch fire and he's just on the
That's
burner,
it.
and then Kobe catch fire and he's on the burner. It just depends on
Yeah,
that, man. So if we had a um, best out of 3 series,
they can get a
maybe a different
game.
conversation. Yeah, they for sure get a game,
Yeah,
but
they can get a game.
just
But
one
if
on
I got to
one
bet on
game.
one for the game, like one
Yeah,
game, yeah, got to do it.
All right, so we got Powell and Kobe moving on to the next round. So let's leave them alone for a second and let's go to the other part, man. So now we have KG, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce versus Kyrie Irving and LeBron James.